Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Today we are on Guitar World again here, and we're going to be talking about S by Soler, or Solar, or Solar. I think it's Soler. I think it's how you're supposed to pronounce it, by Ola England. So the same details, craftsmanship, and designed that is at the heart of Soler guitars. Ola England changes the metal guitar game with the ultra affordable S by Soler brand and prices from just $219. So 17 models across 6 body shapes, categories have been introduced, with not one of them weighing above $349. So these are the more affordable range of things. These are probably competing with things like Harley Benton. That's what I would say. Market-wise, Squire as well. Kind of Epiphone. Epiphone's definitely been getting more expensive lately. So, lower end Ibanez, lower end Jackson. But these are pretty cool looking. And if I find one used in my local market, maybe we'll take a gander. So Soler guitar founder Ola England has announced his latest electric guitar venture, which could have game-changing effects on budget metal guitar and cheap electric guitar markets. A rather significant move in the world of metal, the YouTuber entrepreneur has lifted the curtain on S by Soler. So his guitars were kind of on the pricier side, mid-tier pricey side, I would say. This is going to be his affordable line. An entire new offshoot guitar brand that looks to provide an ultra-affordable instrument to beginner and intermediate players. I said it seems like the natural next step for Soler. Indeed, in his own words, the concept of Soler itself was devised with professional and advanced players in mind, and its results catalog of guitars were spec'd and priced accordingly. So here's one right here. This meant that until now, metalers and younger players would most likely have been priced out of the move for that, for a Soler guitar, with the company's models lingering around $1,000. Now it's worth noting that the most affordable Soler is $529. Pricey, sure, but not entirely out of the question for some potential purchasers. Because the question is how affordable these S by Soler instruments then. The answer is very. These new guitars are very affordable indeed, and they are absolutely a boatload of them to choose from, which is nice. I like that blue. I am curious to see what kind of Floyd Rose is on this thing. That is something that's going to be very important, and I'll explain that momentarily. Specifically, there are 17 variations of the guitars, from $219 to $349, full size, full spec. Discussion of the brand, he said that I started the guitars with an advanced pro player in mind. Now I'm revisiting a younger time, thinking about what beginner instruments were available when I started, which was basically a Squire Stratocaster, Epiphone Les Paul Special, or 100. With everything we have learned by Soler, we knew we could create an opportunity for lower-priced guitars that young people and beginners would appreciate, with the goal to put the right tools in your hands. So there's, again, it's just kind of repeating that there's 17 of them. So the types, there's TB, V-Style, VB, Explorer-esque, EB, Super Strat, AB, SB, and there's also AB base model. To break down those down further, the majority of the models are available in different pickup configurations, finish, shopping options, string orientations. You can do 24 or 22 frets. Looks like they're going to be nickel. Lots of matte finishes. As I've mentioned multiple times, not the biggest fan of the matte finish. With genuine Floyd Rose tremolos. Okay, we'll see what it means by genuine Floyd Rose. Maybe that means a Floyd Rose special. With own brand, high output pickups, so no name pickups. So savvy, and then we're just gonna, at this point, that's a cool bass. At this point, we're just gonna go to the website and see what we got. So let's see what we got here. Let's look at the bass. We're gonna start with the bass, why not? Alright, $279. Let's go ahead and just do more details so we can take a look at the specs of the bass for you. And was it bolt-on neck? Yeah, no big deal there. Bolt-on neck is perfectly fine. So closed back machine, standard, 34-inch scale. Neck material is maple, which is really good. I'm curious what the body material is. No name tuners. Let's see. Black Techwood. Never heard of that before. 16-inch radius, mini dots, whites, 24 frets, which is nice. Nickel. Pobler body. So these things, at the very least, should be light. Passive, which is also nice, too. And then it's going to be satin. So let's take a look at the one I am more curious about. We got to go back a couple times. That's going to be the Floydy. Mr. Floyd Rose over here. And the reason I say that is because I want to know if this is actually... So this is probably like the top of the line for the cheaper ones, I would say. Let's see here. And this one's bolt-on neck as well. 6-in line, tremolo, 24 frets. Looks like we got some binding on there. Can we get a bigger picture? Oh, that does say Floyd Rose on it, so that's interesting. Let's see. Closed back, E standard, 25.5-inch scale length, which, for a metal guitar. Match locking bridge, bolt-on blackened teakwood yet again. Let's see. Mini dots, white dots, standard, Pobler, flame maple, they're calling the body top. There you go. Licensed Floyd Rose. So there is a catch. Custom high output ceramic humbuckers. Yup, all that's good. So the thing with the cheaper Floyd Roses, licensed Floyd Roses, is they are fine initially, but they are not made out of hardened steel. A lot of them are made out of zinc, and depending on how much you use that Floyd, it can go out of tune fairly easily, and you have to replace all of the metals. So in this lineup, maybe don't go after the licensed Floyd Rose one. So, I mean, there's plenty of other options in here as well. I would argue that as a beginner, you shouldn't even have a Floyd Rose anyway, if this is going to be like one of your first guitars. But similar, you can get a 7-string if you want. I don't really care. But definitely, I would say maybe stay away from the Floyd Rose one, because they say it's an official Floyd Rose, but it's just a licensed Floyd Rose. So it's the typical things you see on the cheaper Jacksons, the cheaper Peavies has their own, Ibanez has their own. I think Epiphone at one point had a licensed one or something too. I'm not really sure. But all of these seem to be similar colors. It's kind of disappointing that the coolest colors only come with the one with the Floyd Rose. So I would like the AB type to come with those same colors. Something like this. And I think that's going to be one of the things, is a lot of people are going to get drawn to that Floyd Rose guitar because you have that pretty red and you have that pretty blue, whereas everything else is just matte white or matte black. Those are basically your options. Do you want matte black or do you want matte white? And then, I guess you can get a 7-string. I believe this is a 7-string. We'll click on it real quick here. Take a look. So, yeah, 7-string. So that's pretty cool that they're offering a 7-string as well. So if you want the extended range. And everything is all the same. It seems like all of them have this black teakwood fretboard. They're Pobler bodies, nickel frets. They're, proprietary humbuckers. And they look cool. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, I would just stay away from the Floyd Rose one. I know it's prettier. I know it looks more attractive than possibly the other ones because, everything else seems to be a matte finish. I'm a gloss finish kind of guy. A lot of people prefer gloss over matte as well. And then you're saving yourself like $50 by not having that Floyd too, which is kind of nice. So closed, let's see, does it specify the finish? I'm actually curious if it specifies as the finish. Yeah, licensed Floyd Rose, so I would just stay away from this. I'll be honest with you, because over time, finish head back and sides, finish head top, flame blue. Okay, so parts of it are, the top is gloss. I think the top is gloss and everything else is satin by the looks of it. But yeah, hey, so old Lincoln, if you are watching this, maybe put these colors on the other ones. If you got to upcharge a little bit, maybe like $20 or something for the premium color, that's perfectly fine. But make this same exact thing. Get rid of the Floyd, because I don't think you should be offering this a licensed Floyd Rose to beginners when you probably know better than the rest of us that they are going to have a problem with it over time. So that's where we're going to end it. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, like, turn on that notification bell, share, all that fun stuff. And as always, have a good one.